what's up, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be thrift flipping once again, but this time nothing too crazy. If you remember a few videos back, I found this amazing picnic basket right here for $5, and the inside needs a little bit of a cosmetic surgery. As you can see, yeah, she needs some help. So I'm thinking today we can do something maybe a little easy, nothing too crazy. So let's get right on into it.
Alright, so first things first, I took this small pair of scissors and I had to obviously remove all of the staples that was holding in this fabric because I kind of wanted to use it as a template kind of thing to be able to measure new fabric for the inside, obviously, because that's what we're changing today is the inside. So I took my time and obviously tried my best to not get stabbed by those staples. They were in there very tightly. Here's a close-up so you can actually see kind of what I'm doing. I'm trying to like shove my scissors behind the staple and yank it out. It's a little difficult. It took me like probably 20 minutes to get all of the staples out. Some of them are stuck in there permanently, but that's all right. We don't have to worry about that, to be honest with you. And now that all my staples are out, it is time for me to go in and start cutting out some fabric. So first I wanted to make this edge of the fabric straight because it is a gingham print. I was able to cut on the straight line and follow accordingly. Here I'm cutting out at least a bottom piece and a top piece for the inside of the picnic basket. Now, when it came time to cutting the side pieces, I definitely cut them too long, and I definitely wish I went in and gave them a bit of a better measurement so I wouldn't have had to make the small fix I had to do later on, which you'll see.
Alright, so I have all of my pieces cut out, which is basically just two pieces like this. One of these is for the top cover, one's for the bottom, and then kind of like one that will be able to go around the entire perimeter of this. That's about, I think, 3 to 4 inches wide. Basically, we're going to sew our long pieces together to make one giant strip, and then we're going to make a little bucket kind of thing with it. And then we will hem one of these squares for the top, staple it back in, and then I think that this thrift flip should be mostly done for the most part.
And now we are on to the sewing portion of this video. So here I have my two long pieces. I am going to do a straight stitch across the top to combine them to make one giant long piece. As you can see there, I am showing you what I'm doing, and I'm literally doing it right now. And once I'm done sewing this wonderful line, I'm going to show you how it will look in about 2 seconds. So here you can see once we open it up, on the inside at least is what I'm intending this to go on to. You won't notice it. So we're one piece now. Great. Now we are going to go on to pinning and hemming the top part to be stapled into the top cover of the picnic basket. So I did a rolled hem and did a straight stitch down along the sides of those. As you can see, here I am going, making sure that as I am continuing, I'm holding the hem so I don't unroll it or lose it as I sew. Now we are back to the pinning board where I am pinning all of the long piece to the base piece. So basically it's kind of going to make a mini box. You'll see, obviously, you saw the shape from the first one. I pinned it all along the side. So once I had it pinned all along the sides, came time for me to start sewing. So obviously, you know, the first part was easy. You just go all the way straight down. But when it came to the corners, it was a little confusing. So I'm going to try to explain it the best that I can. So first you get all the way down to your corner. Now what I did was I left my needle in the tip of the corner, lifted my presser foot up, and then rotated my fabric accordingly. So here you see, I am lifting it up, rotating my fabric, and now I'm lining up the correct line with that bottom. And I'm pulling the excess fabric up to kind of make it like a rectangle shape again. So then that way I'm not sewing over any corners, folds, or anything, or making this box lose its shape. So here you can kind of see I'm better pulling it nice and tight. And then I sewed down that line. And I did this technique for every single corner, and it worked like a charm. It made it so much easier for me, and it obviously held its shape better. Now, if I had a little less longer of sides, probably would be fine. But regardless, here I am hemming the sides of my box piece, and next, after we, sew all the hems and whatnot, will be time for us to start to staple it in to the basket. Now, that was a fun time. I still had to rip out more staples before I could do this, but regardless, now that the sewing is done, we are stapling. Here I am at least starting with the top because that was definitely the easiest technique. Is I wanted to start on one side and then just pull it as taut as I could and then, you know, staple it accordingly because I did not want any wrinkles, any bumps or lumps, anything, you know, not aesthetically pleasing. So what I did was when I got those basic pieces down, at least the four corners, I went in and added a bunch more in the center. Now came time to do this. And this is when I realized that my box was a little misshaped and that, you know, it's not going to fit accordingly. But basically what I did to fix that is I made a mini dart by folding the fabric over, which you'll see later down the line as I'm stapling this. The stapling process was definitely fun. I was scared I was going to ruin the basket the entire time. And also, I can't staple for shit because I'm weak. So I'm punching the stapler with my other hand every single time, as you see. Or like slapping it with the palm of my hand. It's a wonderful time. Yeah, I'm weak. Anyways, here you can kind of see where I folded it. And now onto the final reveal where we see how it came out. Yes, my friends, I did an outfit change and really wanted to try to get the picnic aesthetic here. It was about to rain before I did this, so I literally only changed, brought out a blanket in my basket because I was too scared to set up something really cute and then get downpoured on. So here we are. In these shots, you can kind of see the excess fabric inside the basket better, and that's just due to my little dart and not sewing it down on the sides, but that's all right.
Alright you guys, and that's all I have really for today's video. As you can see, I wanted to keep it really simple and just put a new fabric lining in it. Originally, I wanted to go a little crazy with it, but I really did not have a lot of that gingham fabric to begin with. And also, I didn't want to bite off more than I can chew, as I tend to do with myself anyways, when I try to make a single item in a thrift flip. Anyways, with that, I will let you guys go. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Obviously, you know, picnic baskets are really easy to find at the thrift store if you look hard enough. Sometimes though, they do look like baskets or they are baskets. Anyways, hopefully you guys, if you try to recreate this, will have as much luck as I did. I definitely would have taken a little bit better measurements for the long strip for my fabric because it was a little big. So as you saw, I folded it over and just stapled it down because really the only person who's going to be using the item is me anyways, and I don't really care about that. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Depop, and more. I'll leave all my links where you can find me down below. And with that, I will let you guys go. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!